Hello, good day viewers. You're welcome. Let's see how we are going to solve this beautiful exponential equation. So we are given 9 to the power s plus 4 multiplied by 3 to the power x equals 5. So what's the value of x? So I can write this equation as 3 to the power of 2, right? Then x plus 4 dot 3 to the power x equals 5. Okay, so now from there, from the law of indices, whenever you have a to the power of b, okay, to the power of c, you can write this as a to the power of c, then to the power of b. That is by taking the c inside and take what b outside. So we are going to do the same thing here. I'm going to interchange the 2 and s like that. So 3x will come in, then I'm going to have what? I'm going to have 2 outside, then plus 4 multiplied by 3 to the power x equals what? Equals 5. So now from here, the next thing we are going to do, so now I'm not going to be doing the replacement here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be having 3 to the power x, then to the power of 2 plus 4 multiplied by 3 to the power of x, then take 5 inside, we have what? We have 0. So now from there, the next thing we are going to do, you can see now here we have quadratic equation in terms of what? In terms of 3x. Quadratic in terms of what? Of 3 to the power x. So therefore what we are going to do now is I'm going to use magic cross method. So let me write this: 3x all squared plus 4 multiplied by 3 to the power x, then minus 5 equals 0. So I'm going to be having this to be 3 to the power x, 3 to the power x. I mean, try to find their product, and here, which is 5, the last term, this is going to be 1 over 5. I can do cross multiplication like this. So now we can have that 3x times this will give us 3 to the power of x, and 3 times this one is going to give me 5 multiplied by 3 to the power x. I get it now. And don't forget that this one is like 1 multiplied by 3 to the power x. So now 3 to the power x is what is common here. So we can do something here. If I put minus here and I put plus here, so you see that everything here is going to give me, if I put plus here rather and I put minus here, okay, you see that everything here is going to give me 4.3 to the power of x, because 3 to the power x is common. So therefore I'm going to what? I'm going to add 1 and 5 together, right? So therefore, since I put minus here, I'll put minus here. There is plus here, I'm going to put plus here. So it means that everything here like this is factorized as this. We are going to have 3 to the power x raised to the power 2 plus 4.3 to the power x minus 5 equals 0 is now going to be factorized as taking this one horizontally, 3 to the power x minus 1, then I take 3 to the power x plus 1, 3 to the power x plus 5, then equals 0. So they can see that we have what? We have these two products, form. So this is either 3 to the power x minus 1 equals 0, or 3 to the power of x plus 5 equals 0. So now from here, this is going to be 3 to the power of x equals 1, and 3 to the power of x equals minus 5. So now from here, if I want to make s the sorry formula, I'm going to introduce logarithm to the both sides. So therefore, let's say we have log, then 3 to the power of x equals log 1, right? You can see that here, this x will come down here. You have x log 3 equals log 1, right? So now automatically log 1 will actually give us 0. Then we have x log 3. So now here, the only thing that can be 0 here, the log 3 cannot be 0. Log 3 cannot be 0 here. So the only thing that can be 0 is x. That is x equals what? X equals 0. So we have x to be equals 0 here. Then if you look at this place, we're going to have here 3 to power x cannot give us a negative value. Do you understand now? Because if you take the logarithm of this, you can now have logarithm of negative number. So therefore we are going to discard this. So we have only the only solution we have, the only solution, okay, is what? Is x equals 0, and that is it. So please go back to this place. When you have x log 3 equals to 0, it is either two of them to be 0, but out of these two, x can never be 0. Log 3 can never be 0. That is why we have it. The only thing that can be 0 is what? X, because log 3 is a constant and can never be 0. So therefore log 3 cannot be 0, so we have x to be 0. And in some other case, you can say just divide through by log 3. You are going to have 0 over log 3 and it will give us 0. We have x to be 0, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you find the class very interesting, please do not hesitate to share to your colleagues so that they can benefit from it. Bye bye.